Okay, students, now today we are going to start the next part of the chapter, that is types of reactions. So, we have 5 types of reactions that we are to discuss in this chapter. Your first is combination reactions, second, decomposition reactions, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, redox reactions. So, on the very first, we'll discuss about combination reactions. So, what are combination reactions? As you can think about that. What do you mean by combination? Combination means when we combine the things together. When two or more things will combine together, they'll form a combination. So similarly, in combination reactions, what is there? It is a chemical reaction in which two or more substances they combine together and they form a single substance. That is your single product. So what is there? We have number of reactants. We can have 2 reactants, we can have 3 reactants, but there is only single product in case of combination reactions. So in NCERT we have activity 1.4. This is also very important activity. In this activity we have to take small amount of calcium oxide. What is the other of calcium oxide? The other name is quicklime. Then after adding quicklime or your calcium oxide, we have to add water to the beaker. So when you will add water to the beaker, you'll see that the reaction is very vigorous. The water and calcium oxide, they react vigorously. This is the observation. And what is the second observation? When we touch the beaker, after the reaction, when we touch the beaker it becomes little warm. So why is it so? Because combination reactions are exothermic reactions. So I'll discuss exothermic reactions later on and I'll explain what are these reactions. Now let's study about your observation for the activity 1.4. So what is the first observation? Calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce slaked lime. So what is slaked lime? That is calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice, and large amount of heat is produced. This means this combination reaction is an exothermic reaction. So what is the equation for it? CaO plus H2O, that will give you CaOH whole twice. This is calcium oxide. This is also known as quicklime. It reacts with water and it will form calcium hydroxide, that is your slaked lime. Then what are the keynotes? What things you have to remember? Sometimes in your board exams, they will not write calcium oxide while asking you the question. They will write quicklime. So you have to remember this, that the quicklime is the another name for calcium oxide and slaked lime is the another name for calcium hydroxide. Fine. So what is the second example for your combination reaction? That is your burning of coal. That is when coal is the purest form of carbon. When carbon will react with oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Fine. So next is your important topic that is related to your activity 1.4. In 1.4, we got a product that is known as calcium hydroxide. So that calcium hydroxide, in Hindi we say like calcium hydroxide is what? It is chuna. That is used for whitewashing. In earlier days, it was used for whitewashing. Fine. So this is the chemical which was used. So what is it? A solution of slaked lime. What is slaked lime? Your calcium hydroxide. This is used for whitewashing. So once your calcium hydroxide solution was applied on the walls, it appears shinier after 2 to 3 days. So what is the reason why it appears shinier after 2 to 3 days, because within the 2-3 days your calcium hydroxide, which was applied on the walls, it slowly reacts with your carbon dioxide in air, and then it will form calcium carbonate. So that shinier substance which we can see after 2 to 3 days of whitewashing, that is your calcium carbonate. So next, so this calcium carbonate is formed after 2 to 3 days of whitewashing and gives a shiny appearance to the walls. So what are your reactants here? Your calcium hydroxide, which we applied on the walls, and carbon dioxide gas, which calcium oxide is taking from the air, and it is forming calcium carbonate plus water. So I have written AQ in this bracket. What does this mean? Whenever we form a solution of any chemical, like calcium hydroxide is a solid, when we mix it in water, we are making its solution. So instead of writing solution over here, we are writing aqueous word here, okay? So that's it for your combination reactions. Next is your exothermic reactions. As I told you earlier, when I started my chapter, I told you that combination reactions are exothermic reactions. Exo means coming out. When something is coming out, that means exo. Thermic means heat. So when heat is coming out, that means it is exothermic process. So reactions in which heat is released along with formation of products are called exothermic reactions. These are known as exothermic reactions. So we have some examples, like we have C, carbon, then it will, when we heat the coal, it will react with oxygen in the air and it will form carbon dioxide, and along with carbon dioxide we are getting heat. So what is it? We are getting products, and along with the products we are getting heat in exothermic reactions. Fine. Next is your example of exothermic reaction is CH4 plus O2. That is your methane. CH4 is what? That is methane. That is your natural gas. When it will react with oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Then you are getting water, and then you are getting heat. So this is another example for your exothermic reaction. Fine. Now, one more exothermic reaction is there, which is there in your NCERT book, and you can get that question in your exams. That is also very important. Fine. So what is that question? Respiration is considered to be an exothermic process. Now how it is an exothermic process? Now I'll explain you. See what is there. In this way you will get the question. Why is respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Explain. So the food we eat, like rice, potato, bread, etc., they contain carbohydrates, and on digestion what happens? Your carbohydrates, they are converted into glucose, and in the form of, this is the simplest form of carbohydrates, and when this glucose is it reaches to your cells. In cells we have our oxygen that we have inhaled. So glucose will react with oxygen that is already present in your cells. It will react with that oxygen and it will get converted into, or you can say it will oxidizes. It gets oxidizes to carbon dioxide, water and heat. Thank you so much, children, and please subscribe my channel too.